it's me, Robin, and today I decided that I wanted to react to the songs from Citizen Soldier's new upcoming album, Scarecrow. Now, I've been a fan of Citizen Soldier since around, I believe, 2020, so it's been quite a while, but I am still a huge fan of them. I love their music, and I've been listening to everything that they put out every 2 Wednesdays. I've been listening to each and every one of their songs. And I literally have it mapped out to like when each next song is coming or when I think the album's gonna drop. So I'm just really excited to see it. And I decided that I wanted to react to the Scarecrow album from the beginning just so I can kind of catch up with the reactions to the songs. Now, of course, as always, make sure to follow and subscribe to Citizen Soldier. Follow their Twitter at Citizen Soldiers O, not zero O. Subscribe to their YouTube at Citizen Soldier. Follow their Instagram, Citizen Soldier Official, and follow their TikTok, Citizen Soldier. Now, without further ado, let's get into the reaction of Monster Made of Memories.
Woke up again in the pouring rain. I feel the windows shake, thunder in my brain. Every thought is like a hurricane, destroying everything, but it leaves no trace. Four walls made of skin, feeling paper thin. Don't know if they can take what they're holding in. It's Star Trek, deja vu, out for blood again. It's out for blood again.
Now, in my personal life, which I'm not going to delve too deep into, I've been going through a few things every now and then, and I know exactly how this feels. Kind of feeling like everything around you is collapsing, and like what a lot of artists represent their brain and their thoughts as like a house or a mansion that they could like live in, and they see like all their thoughts and whatever, and they write the lyrics down and inside that little house so that they can then bring it out to the world. But sometimes when you're just sometimes when it's just getting a bit too much, it does feel like everything's just caving in, and it feels like, as it said, the walls are paper thin, and it's almost impossible to just keep it from falling down and keep it from collapsing. And I personally have felt that, and it's just very relatable. Their music is always very relatable.
I'm a cage, I'm a prison for no one sees. Ashamed like I'm sleeping with the enemy. No one believes me, but I'm 6 feet deep with a monster made of memories. It's alive like a parasite inside of me, and it feeds on the trauma of when it used to be. But there's no shred of evidence, 'cause I don't play from this monster made of memories.
Now, as they were saying there, it's feeding on the trauma of what used to be, and it's a monster made of memories. So this is resembling, I want to say, PTSD of past trauma coming back to kind of haunt you. And it's like the lyrics were all, even though I don't have PTSD, it all felt so relatable. Like, I'm a cage, I'm a prison for what no one sees. And it's because of like all the thoughts and evil inside your head, you know? But also the PTSD coming back to haunt you, and the fact that PTSD kind of it's triggered, but sometimes you don't know when, and then it just hits out of nowhere, and it causes a lot of stress and anxiety to a person, and that can then cause more of this. And as I was saying, you don't bleed from it because it's not something physical that's attacking you. It's like a mental thing that's destroying you from the inside. And as the song was saying, it's a prison because what's on the inside is like trying to break out. It's destroying you to try and escape, but you're trying to like keep it in so that you can live a relatively happy life. But that PTSD can just come back and immediately crash everything down and rip everything apart inside of you, but no one sees that because it's all like on the inside.
Star made a creature that feeds on the fear of everything I can't forget. It walks beside me, gun against my head, so I live terrified till I paid the debt.
And as I was saying, it's so relatable. It's so crazy. And even though I don't have PTSD, it's like it's this thing that just follows you everywhere. It haunts you, and it's always there. And you can always like you always know it's there. You just don't know when it's gonna pull that trigger. You don't know when that gun is gonna go off, and it creates a life of just anxiety. You're just scared for your life because you don't know when it's gonna hit, and then when it does, it just creates this giant like thunderstorm that just destroys you.
Four walls made of skin, feeling paper thin, and I know they can't take what they're holding in. It's death threat, deja vu, out for blood again. It's out for blood again. It's out for blood. I'm a cage, I'm a prison for when no one sees. The shame like I'm sleeping with the enemy, and no one believes me, but I'm 6 feet deep. With a monster made of memory. It's alive like a parasite inside of me, and it feeds on the trauma of what it used to be. But there's no shred of evidence, 'cause I don't play from this monster made of memories. All night, 'cause I can't sleep with the monster made of memories. Keeps me scared so it can feed. It's a monster made of memories. Up all night, 'cause we can't sleep with a monster made of memories. Keeps us scared so we won't sleep. It's a monster made of memories.
I've always loved the vocals of this band. I've always, well, loved everything about this band. But when that, like, whisper part hits, it almost comes out of nowhere, and then it makes you kind of just pause and start listening to the words. Because, with everything else, it's like all, like, you hear the music and you're just jamming out, and then it just straight cut out, and then it's just, you hear the vocals. Up all night because we can't sleep from a monster me, and then you start listening to it and you're like, wow, this is really like the lyrics have such a profound meaning, and it's all just a masterpiece, honestly. And I love the way the vocals kick in, but like very soft, and then it starts kicking up a little bit, and then you hear the drum and the extra vocals in the back. It's amazing.
I'm a cage, I'm a prison for no one sees. Ashamed like I'm sleeping with the enemy. No one believes me, but I'm 6 feet deep. With a monster made of memories. It's alive like a parasite inside of me, and it feeds on the trauma of what it used to be. But there's no shred of evidence, 'cause I don't play from this monster made of memories. Up all night, 'cause we can't sleep with a monster made of memories. Keeps us scared so we won't sleep. It's a monster made of memories.
The way that it ends, and just the way that it, like, the scream comes in out of nowhere, and it almost hits like you don't expect it to hit, and then it hits, and then immediately everything kicks back into gear, and it's immediately back up, just a doom doom doom, and you're immediately jamming back out. And then the whole second line of like the whispering part then turned into like having the screaming in the background, as like if it's just like come back, but even more monstrous. And it's so amazing, and I love it so much with how much it just all fits together with the main message of like, this is something I'm dealing with It's this trauma building up inside of my head until it releases. And as I was saying, like the gun against the head, until it releases, until that trigger pulls. And I think that moment is when the screaming hits, because then immediately everything kicks back to the way it was before. And that's, I'm not like, I haven't researched into PTSD, but from what I've seen of it and what I believe it is, it's like it kind of jumps you back to that place that you were, and it kind of jumps you back to that memory that you have, and it like makes you relive it. I could be wrong. That's just kind of how I've seen PTSD been portrayed. So I could be wrong about that. But the way that like that scream hits out of nowhere, kind of like how PTSD might hit out of nowhere, and then it immediately brings it back to the previous, like it brought it back to the way the song was before, and then adds on top of it with the screaming. It's just immediately, it adds not only to the just the music enjoyer, just an extra kick that makes you jam out harder, but to the ones that listen to the lyrics, it kind of it just all, it's like a puzzle that just all fits into place by that last part. It's just like that last piece of the puzzle immediately put in, and then it's perfect. I love this album. I love this band, and I hope you guys do too. Um, Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And also in the comments, let me know, what's your favorite song of this new album that we've heard so far? So far, I believe there's 10 songs out as of October 4th. The next one should be coming out later tonight at like 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning, October 5th. So for the first 10 of the album that were released, let me know which one's your favorite down below. And until next time, peace.